Okay, before you scroll, no, this isn't the beginning of the third weirdest porn video you've ever seen. However, I do take that as a compliment for reasons I don't think I'll ever truly understand. I have a lot of videos in the works, but, and by in the works, I mean I walk around in my house ranting and raving in my head. It's really no different than anything you'd see on a street corner in New York City. But since it's New Year's Eve now, I wanted to make a video that kind of wrapped 2023 and brought in the new year a little bit. I made myself spaghetti at midnight, and since I'm a really good cook and I'm just in the kitchen whipping, I brought the pot in my room because I knew I'd be taking seconds. And I feel there's a metaphor in there somewhere about how my 2023 has been. But as 2023 has so graciously taught me, I don't know much of anything, so I'll leave that up to you. Fashion is one of my main hobbies. I look for clothes and shop for clothes so much that I genuinely consider it to be a hobby. And that's got to be top 5 most unemployed sentences I've ever made. But I don't really have a way of incorporating fashion into this channel like I can do or am planning to do with my other interests like film and TV. So I thought that I'd just go through my closet, I'd just show you guys my clothes, and while I do that I can talk about, I can just yap what's new, yap about 2023, yap about my ins and outs of 2024.
Yo bitch sliding home and you know she's safe. How I went from New York to LA like I'm OBJ. How I turned this lesbian bitch on if she's solely gay.
So the way my closet is organized, it's house clothes on top, outside clothes on bottom, and then I got my underwear and socks in little bins on the floor. You don't really need to see that. These are my shoes, my going out shoes, but these are shoes in boxes that I don't want to get rid of. I do have other shoes in boxes that I don't want to get rid of, but I recently decided to take the shoes out of the box but keep the box because I'm always wearing the shoes and I don't want to have to keep putting the shoe back inside the box, even though I have been doing that for the past few years. But I'm realizing that my super anal and rigid way of life is actually very much affecting the way I enjoy myself and have fun. Because yes, I literally, every time I wear my shoes, I clean them so well that you'd think they were straight off the rack, and I package them in the box to the point where I still have like the thingies that you put inside the shoe to keep it plump and pretty. That I look like I was like fondling my own breast there for a second. And as we all know, guys, what you buy is who you are. So this is a blazer I have. I've never worn this. I think my dad got this for me. It's honestly getting on the small side now. But I think I could get a fit off with this.
Shorty gave me top, it's some Yeezy 700. No, I ain't her op. When she see me, yeah, she bust it. She said, Jay, what are we? I said, baby, change the subject.
Okay, so my first out might be a little controversial. So hold on to your booty. I think we should leave murder in 2023. Okay, I know better than anyone how it feels to resist the urge. Okay, we all have our skeletons in our closet. Quite literally. Let's try and chill on the executions this year, guys. I'm on your side, okay? We've all been there. You're walking down the street and you just see that guy with this smug face on the corner with his bag of groceries, but let's just chill. If the guy's really bothering you, or girl, or non-binary person, kill anyone indiscriminately of any group. For the longest time I had a thing against blazers because like when you're a kid everyone's always trying to make you get up early to go places. Speaking of ins and outs,
my mommy and sisters tatted on me so they with me wherever I go.
We need to have a massive overhaul of Catholicism because everyone knows that Catholicism's biggest issue is the fact that kids are waking up to go to church at what, 10 a.m.? I think it might have even been 8. So I had to think about like dressing classically, because I just really hated like being woken up on a Sunday. Sundays already have just this air of sadness to them, and you're making me get up, and just that's such a depressing thought, because then tomorrow I also have to get up to go to school. So really my weekend's only one day, because if you make me do something in the morning on Sunday, then that Sunday is no longer a vacation day because I did something. My mass was only an hour, it felt like 8. My school was 8 hours, it felt like 1, because every day you had the opportunity to see like a kid get their face smashed in on the lunch table for making a gay joke. That's terrible. That actually happened. That wasn't like a off the dome thing. That was a memory. That was first day of 7th grade actually. It's pretty gnarly. I've always known what I liked and what I don't like, but I'm in a like weird stage of like my personal style or whatever, where I'm still kind of finding different ways to blend my different, interests. I'm shedding some old things. I'm growing up a bit. So yeah, this is interesting. I think I might be wearing these blazers more often. This is a blazer I got off eBay. It's from their Versace collection. It was extremely cheap. I think it was like $50 or something like that, somewhere in that range. I bought it to wear to prom, but my original outfit idea kind of fell through, or I changed my mind. Those are kind of like the two things that always happen to me with every single endeavor I ever try to do in my life. It's a really nice blazer. It's more of like a sport coat, which is one of the reasons why I think I didn't wear it to my prom. But I ended up buying a different blazer, which is one of the best purchases I've ever made. Custom Christian Dior Monsieur blazer. I'm sure it's like a diffusion line, but whatever. I can say it's Dior. Your girlfriend's not gonna know the difference. Going online to find jackets, blazers especially, is such a gamble, but this was tailored perfectly to me because I'm like such an impulsive moron. Like 5 minutes before I had to leave for prom, cut it and cropped it with scissors. I did that 5 minutes before I had to leave the house, and I wish I could be like, oh, that's my old days when I was young. That was in May of this year. It looks sick though, so new incoming. Trying on your clothes just to wear inside the house. I haven't worn any of these blazers like ever unless I need to. Usually when somebody dies. Just looking at myself in the camera, I got a brand new appreciation for these clothes. I look pretty good in them, I think. I'm always like, oh, I have nothing to wear, but I've got plenty to wear. Wearing clothes inside the house, yeah, that's another in. This is an army green trucker military jacket from Obey that I got from Marshall's for like $40 something. My dad got it for me in 2019, either a few months before or a few months after I started my freshman year of high school. Great for when you want to cosplay Travis Bickle. Wore this a ton my freshman year. Ironically, I think it fits me better now, 4 years later. So many memories of me trying my very hardest to appear to my then new classmates like a normal human being. Which reminds me, cringe culture. Vulnerability has always been cringe. Vulnerability will always be kind of punk or like rebellious, because it's not really cool to be sincere about what you want or how you feel. That's in its nature. But cringe culture is so embedded in society now that I feel like we're seeing so many creative people that are so capable and so talented not do what they want to do because they are so more than ever afraid of being bullied and being mocked. And now that we live in basically a pseudo surveillance state where I'm pretty sure I'm in the background of so many videos of 26-year-old men asking teenagers, can I grab it in the mall? I'm sure you can see me wandering in the background of one of those goddamn videos. People are just afraid of being mocked, and not just being mocked, but being shamed online. And for anyone that's dealing with that, I've dealt with that. I deal with it every day. I still deal with it. There's no real way around it. To be cringe is to be free. That's not what you want to hear. I'm sure you want to find a way to have the best of both worlds, to not be cringe, but also do what you want to do. There is no way to do it. You're going to be cringe. However, I will say that the modern man has an interesting dilemma. This is truly the great moral quandary of our time, and it's wanting to embrace vulnerability and sincerity and get back to real, strong, unashamed community, while also being a hater at heart. Perfect example, have you seen that guy, that big black burly man that sets up a tripod and records himself going to Target? Innocuous enough, right? Some people could say, hey, okay, life sucks as is. Okay, Target is one of the few true paradise nirvana-esque places that you can visit on this earth. Why not record the experience? Who's it harming? The other half of me is like, you're a grown man recording yourself in a Target. So it's like this, it's like, okay, you're not harming anyone. You're having fun, enjoying life, minding your business. There's worse people out here. But on the other hand, you are a grown man. Yeah, but in all seriousness, do what you want to do. You know, have fun. That's corny. Another trucker jacket, another one from Obey, another one my dad got me. I'm very conflicted on this jacket because part of me feels like if I try hard enough, I could get a fit off with this. But another part of me feels like this is very, very corny. I honestly don't know how I feel about this. If any of you have any offers, money-wise, another N, Jacksepticeye. I miss that guy. I know that he's still very much alive and uploading regularly, but I miss him. Let's bring him back. Let's bring him back into the conversation. This is where we start getting into the real meat and potatoes. The vast majority of the rest of the stuff is stuff that I've purchased myself. These are clothes that I'm very proud of having, and that brings me to my next in, flexing your wealth. No, I'm just kidding. You think I would say something like that? No. Flexing your wardrobe. This is the Nike Lab Olivia Kim Betty Boop Inside Out crew neck. I got this November 2020 on Black Friday. This is a woman's crew neck. I found out about her collection. Really loved it. I waited and I watched and I checked all the websites and I manifested. Eventually I got this for like, I believe $48 on the Nike site, brand new. I've always been around fashion. I got into fashion in 2019 by watching a bunch of frugal aesthetic videos and scrolling through Zoomies because I wanted to be attractive to the women in my freshman year of high school before I even stepped foot on campus. When I say you should flex, I'm talking about people who like spend a lot of time in getting specific pieces, not because they're hyped or because they're this or because they're popular. People who dedicate time to getting certain things and not like going the easy way out, getting reps and stuff like that, or you know, going on fast fashion places. And I know that conversation has a lot of nuance to it. There's people that don't really care about fashion as a hobby. There's people that don't have time. I'm not talking about that. I think it's good to take pride in your wardrobe if you spend a lot of time in researching the clothes you get and making sure that it's what you actually want, because that way you're spending money with intention, you're not over consuming, you're keeping a tasteful and usually timeless wardrobe. If you're really looking into it, you're going to know if you want it by the time you get it, and if you don't, hey, we all make mistakes. Look at what your mother did. Sorry, I don't flex, but I take a lot of pride in my wardrobe because essentially everything I've ever wanted I got. But other than the pants I wore for prom and my shoes I wore for prom, I've never spent over $100 on a singular item of clothing. This is a Champion sweatshirt, reverse weave and garment dyed, so it's like really thick and heavy. I thought it was going to be more of an off-white color, and it ended up being much more yellow than I expected, so I don't really wear it out that much, but it is really nice. And this is a very long garment, so when I wear this I definitely feel very like 2016 Yeezy, which I don't know how I feel about, but it's not bad. I bought this in 2021. I found this on Google Images. It was like deep down. I was looking for something else. It was deep down. I thought it was so cool. It's like one of one. It's a Champion sweater, but like an artist embroidered. I got it for super cheap. I negotiated it down to like $27, which I felt bad about, but that guilt was kind of alleviated when the item came in my mail. Another in open and unashamed appreciation for Ed Sheeran. I was listening to a few songs from my good old redhead buddy Ed, and I was really thinking about it. Like, first of all, I was listening to Shape of You, and I was really listening to. I remember when the song came out and everything, of course, but I remember really listening to it like a month ago, and I was like, this dude is really a hit maker. I feel like we take hit makers for granted because they're always there, they're always in the charts. You get sick of them. It almost becomes the norm to hate on them so much that you forget they're popular for a reason. I was really listening to Shape of You, and I was like, this song is goddamn incredible. Why does no one talk about it like that? And then I realized, oh yeah, it has 2 billion streams. But like, no, really, he doesn't get the love he deserves. I was listening to Don't. Guy went off on that song. Sing still hits hard. And I was listening to Lego House. And Lego House is one of the most devastating songs I've ever heard in my slightly young life. And let's give that man the flowers he deserves, especially while he's still here. Okay, he has red hair. That's not normal. He's probably gonna die decades before the rest of us do. Let's just show him the love that he needs while he's here, and not when he dies from whatever sickness is growing out of his cuticles. Cuticles are your fingers, right? Just pretend I said the right thing for the joke. Good evening and shit. Do you get the reference? Of course you do. You got nothing else to do except be on your computer. I feel like very untrustworthy in this. I feel like I look like what someone would think a serial killer looks like. Tell me that's not the scariest. But the button down and the sweatpants are kind of like a good combo, though. It's like the broke nigga uniform. Cheap thrift store pickup, very big. So this could make or break an outfit. It really depends on like the sizes of everything else. 2024, please leave the conspiratorial yapping about every goddamn movie. Leave it. To the left. I just watched Leave the World Behind yesterday now, and I really enjoyed it, and I wanted to hear what other people had to say about it. I was expecting to hear like opinions on the film, whatnot. Everything you see on TikTok is the Obamas were producing this movie. If you're woke, then you know what this movie is about. Only people that are woke up here know what this movie's about. The Obamas produced them. Very similar thing with that dumbass Sound of Freedom movie this year that tried to sneak its way into the collective consciousness. Hearing the way people talked about this movie truly depleted my faith in America. You know, that's the thing that depleted my faith in Americans. That just now in 2023 is my faith in Americans being depleted. They were talking about this movie like I don't understand. It's like you don't need to take a marketing class or anything like that to see through obvious, like, the movie no one wants you to see, yet meanwhile it's playing in every goddamn theater in America. Do you think if the government didn't want you to see the movie, that you think it'd be playing in the AMC in your local strip mall? Like, it's giving like those YouTube scams, like free diamonds, free necklace, 000. Just pay shipping. Just pay $15. Like, are we really seriously? Like, honestly, at this point, the way we're going, I might as well send you one of those threads that's like, oh, this girl fell into a well and died. If you scroll without liking, then she'll come into your house and she'll kill your family and your dog and she'll piss in your fishbowl. Like, what? Like, come on, dude. You got, and it's not just teenagers, dude. It was people in their 30s. You're like an irredeemably stupid person. That's just what it is. You are an irredeemably stupid person, and you might be thinking that's extreme. And that's a massive coinkydink, because that's the same thing I said to your mother when she decided not to abort you. This is the vodka flannel from Pleasures, one of my personal favorite brands in the entire world. I'm not being super descriptive because I want to work with you. Would never do that, because that'd be manipulative. I discovered this, late 2021. Finally got it. November 2022 for $45 on the Pleasure sale. I stalked this for so long, and I finally got it for the cheapest I've ever seen it from the Pleasure's website. Dreams do come true. This works really great with like a white tee inside of it. This is a statement piece, so you're going to want to be very careful about everything else you wear, because you're just going to look like a discombobulated mess otherwise. Narcissism. I didn't get myself this shirt, and I'm not sure where the buttons are. This is a t-shirt from a brand called Jonas Will Set You Free. My friend got it for me. I wore it to Barbenheimer, which is actually kind of perfect because the shirt is white and pink, Barbie, but it's a pretty bleak and unfortunately realistic message about how humans will always destroy ourselves with technological advancements because our minds, our stupid caveman minds, always go to war. Oppenheimer accidentally got it in a medium, and then I emailed them and I was like, yo, can I get an XL? Because I was in my phase where everything had to be super oversized. It doesn't look as good on me because it's like way too long, so I have to kind of like wear it like this and kind of look like an 80s bully for like. Ripped a hole in it by accident, but I guess that's like punk. That's what I say whenever I like make a mess with my clothes or do something stupid with my body. I just say it's punk, and I move on. This is a shirt from ID magazine, the coolest magazine in the world, featuring Arca's bare naked chest. So I'm not gonna lie, it's like 8 a.m. Around 4:30, I just straight up fell asleep right here. But luckily I remember exactly where I left off. So oh, you meant the video. Another Nike Lab t-shirt, collab with Dover Street Market. I'm a big fan of text on clothes, and I love this font. Like I said, I used to want all my clothes to fit super long and oversized, and now that I'm older, I'm kind of like, I'd rather not have my shirts drooping to my feet, but you know, it's not too bad. In like the exact inverse opposite of that, we have this shirt. I initially wanted this shirt to kind of fit like a smaller, shorter, thinner version of the other cutoff shirt I showed you a few minutes ago, or 6 hours ago in real time. I got this from a small fashion designer, Plastic Studios, run by my guy Spencer. Go follow him. This ended up fitting way smaller than I feel like a gay twink from New York City. But then I kind of looked at it and I was like, I will say, you are not him, and you don't have it on unless people think you're gay or a man has a crush on you. These are so good, dude. You know, life sucks, but sometimes there's these little things that just reminds you why you're alive. You know, I pop these like Zans. They make me so happy that sometimes it makes me forget about the horrors of life. This is gonna be so hard to take off. Oh my god. No. As you can kind of tell, my wardrobe is incredibly disordered and out of nowhere. Only a few years ago, I used to buy things just off of color or fit or even thickness of the shirt. This is a really nice shirt, but this is an XXL and it looks it. Another shirt from Pleasures, got this one last week for $13. Got it in a large and it fits like an XL, which is so goddamn annoying. Another out, 2023, Anxiety. This is me talking to myself. Dug that shit out, dude. It's so embarrassing just to go around so I can't do anything because I'm so thug that shit out. You're a man.
Repeat after me, and Jay we trust. Repeat.
Another out.
Repeat.
Looking at art, whether it be fashion or going to an art gallery and pointing at everything and being like, oh, I could do that. I want to. You remember the first out murder? Remember that? That's gonna be hard. Yes, you could do anything. Anyone could do anything. But did you? Did you think about it? Oh, I could have done that. And said, why didn't you then? If you could have done it, why didn't you? Why are you talking about it all the time? Because I feel like you're projecting your failure of a life on this artist. Oh, is this what modern art is now? It's just a banana on the... Why didn't you think of that? It could have brought you out of poverty. Well, something that's so fascinating to me is people talk so much. And say, do you think you're the first person to say this? Do you think you're the first person to say this? If not, why are you saying it? On that note, content farms. I absolutely love channels where all the thumbnails are exactly the same and all the content is basically a video adaptation of a tweet that was comprised of maybe 4 sentences max. Please keep making 20-minute videos where you're basically just talking about nothing. I don't know who got me this, but I'm quite grateful. There's something very American about a good polo. I'm very inspired by, Americana. I think it's pretty cool. What y'all know about this? What y'all know about this? Personally, I'm of the opinion that this is one of the most elite eras in any musician's career. I cut this myself. I cropped it wrong. I gotta cut this bit off. Why did I do it like that? That's so strange. Why did I do it like that? Everything from the music, the fashion with fucking Jerry Lorenzo, Fear of God. This is what we need to do. 2024 in cultural appropriation. Bring back cultural. Oh, it's wrong. Whenever a white artist pretends to be black, they bring some of their best content to the goddamn table. Miley Cyrus, Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake. Fourth white person. Another 2024 out. Performative activism. It's, guys, there's no reason you should be going on TikTok talking about you're going to cancel this actor because they're going to play Donald Trump in a movie. We know you're not a bad person. You don't have to like do this like whole song and dance to pretend you care about everything. I'm talking to myself too. You don't have to care about everything. Oh, so you don't care about this? And I really hate when people do things like that. You'll say something and then people, oh, what about Hitler? What about this? Or what? Yeah, obviously I care about murder, guys. Gonna be hard. It's really not that serious. And all of this stuff disappears once you get offline. And trust me, I know. This is not something that's been said to me. This is something I just came up with right now. You know I had to double it. I got this for $1. The other one I got for $10. I swear to God, this used to fit a lot tighter back then. I mean, I've been working out a lot more since, but I don't know. Maybe I lost a lot of weight. Speaking of 2024 out Ozempic, I'm not completely sure what that is. It might be like a weight loss thing, but whenever I see some kind of new medication or pill on the rise within Gen Z, I get extremely scared. This is another one of my favorite shirts. I got it at the thrift, like $3.50 or something like that, back in October. I like American clothing and I like American aesthetics in my clothing, but sometimes I do get a little worried when I wear it out because I usually pair this with that super big flannel I showed you earlier. I want to make it very clear I'm wearing this in like an ironic, like Lana Del Rey way. You ever just say something that makes you want to kill yourself? And not in like a whatever this is. I'm not wearing it like that. 2 tees from Online Ceramics in their collaboration with A24. This one's for a movie called Saint Maud. This is my favorite collab they've ever done. Bought this in the midst of a mental breakdown back in spring 2021 during COVID, which is always the best time to make any purchase. When you're losing your goddamn mind. I've never worn this one out, obviously, and I didn't buy this for myself, but I kind of like this one because it's just a blank slate. You know, there's so many opportunities. I could be anyone. I could be anything in this, you know. It's like the American dream was a polo. Oh, I forgot something. This is a shirt that I commissioned from my friend at Plastic Studios, Spencer. I got this made for prom. I got 2 movies, one screen printed and one photo patch onto a shirt. It did fit a little small, but this is just so sick. And this kind of got destroyed a little bit because he told me not to put it in the dryer, and I think somehow it still ended up in the dryer. There's just so many awesome details with this. There's like distressing on the patch. The print, it doesn't really show on camera, but it's so deep and rich in color. He added this onto the collar, and it's just so sick, dude. Just go tap in with this guy, because I love this. I love this. This is not a going out shirt. I'm just wearing this now because I can. But this is like a wedding invite tee that I found at the thrift store, and my friends kind of forced me to get. Let's have a toast to the good life. Suicide before you see this tear fall down my eye. Me and my baby, we gon' be alright. We don't live a good life. Little homie better grow up. Me and my woadies about to stroll up. I see them boppers in the corner. He's sneaking out the back door. He only wants me when I'm not there. You better call Becky with the good hair. You better call Becky with the good hair. I'm not sure how I would really describe my style. I take a lot of inspiration from like grunge, skate culture, punk, youth culture aesthetics, workwear, and basics and all that. Recently I've been into like American stuff, but I also love like a splash of like color or something that's a little funny or something that kind of contradicts like the dark kind of grungy aesthetics of like the outfit, whether it be color or design. And this I feel like is too cartoonish. I got this in 2020, I think. My dad got it for me, better yet. This is a Vans jacket, collab with Save Our Planet. I hate our planet. It is kind of fun though. It is kind of fun, and if you close your eyes and you're stupid, I could probably convince you this is a Supreme jacket. First of all, nice basic pair of black shoes. I was gifted these. This is a nice pair of Chukka boots my dad gave me. They're his, but I guess he doesn't wear them anymore, or they got too small for him or something like that. Dust covered now because I don't go out all that much, but I love the blue bottoms. Look at that. That's just pretty. I don't wear yellow like ever, so I haven't worn this often, but this is just, it is very nice. It's a statement piece. It's too big for me. But, 4 or 5 socks and does the trick, you know what I mean? These are some of my favorite shoes that I own. This is the Nike Special Field Air Force One in collaboration with Realtree. So, back in 2017 or 2016, Nike, I guess they kind of saw like Ye and what he was doing with like the whole Yeezy military aesthetic thing, and Jerry Lorenzo, what he was doing with that. And they were like, oh, let's turn the Air Force One into a military boot. Everyone loved it. They released more colors. Then everyone hated it. Then they released this one, and everyone was like, what is... These are some of the most versatile boots I have. Like, I wear these almost everywhere. I got these for $35. Brand new on eBay. Just look at the... Like, there's so many details, like the rope laces and all that stuff. It's just so sick. I told you I kind of like grungy, slim kind of shapes in my outfits, and this is just perfect for that. Perfect. These are a pair of Chuck 70s. And always get the 70s, guys. I got these in Moonstone Violet. They're a little beat up, honestly. I cleaned these, but the color is a little gone. But it's okay. I paid, 40-something bucks for these back in 2020, November 2020. Converses are just, like, essential. You really can't go wrong with them. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the collab between Vans and Kith, the 50-year anniversary edition, which has a Pegasus on them. This is exactly what I'm talking about. These are incredibly versatile, but they have like a little bit of like an ironic kind of like funny like vibe to them. I got these last year for 40-something bucks, brand new. I swear to God, I've been inside all day. I don't know where this came from. How did this happen? How did this get attached to me? These are a pair of Chuck 70s I was gifted by my dad. Very pretty, very versatile. I've never worn these out because I only got this like maybe 2-3 weeks ago. But I just love this. There's something very, like, academic about these shoes. You know what I mean? Like, it feels very formal, but you could also kind of wear it out. It feels very, I don't know. Feels very London. Something I like about words that you can say whatever the hell you want. Another pair of shoes I was gifted by my dad. This is like really, really nice. I really like this actually. I never wear this, but I really do like it. It's just so, I don't know. This is like a grailed user's wet dream, this shoe. If I walk super fast, could you mistake that for something Margiela would make? I don't care if it's basic. I don't care if it's common. Raf Simons is my favorite fashion designer ever. All the things I liked when I was young, skate culture, grunge, punk, graphics and all that stuff. For so long, I was waiting and waiting to see someone do it right. Because I liked all that stuff since I was like 5, 6, even before I really even knew about fashion. I just knew that I liked that stuff. And it wasn't until I grew up and I found out about Raf Simons, and it's like, oh, you were doing that since back before I was even an idea. As it should. His older stuff goes extremely, extremely high. I'm talking like 72K on Grail, probably even 100K. But his work at Calvin Klein. First of all, let's talk about the kindness of this seller on Depop. Thank you so much. I'm not going to remove this because it makes me so happy. I got these for prom. I got these for $250, which was the most I've ever spent on anything. That was just crazy to me. I winced, but whatever, it's Raf Simons. These creases were not there. I jumped around a lot at prom. Just look at it. Are we kidding? Are we serious? Are we... Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. What a treasure. What a treasure, Raf, you are. More shoes. This is Adidas collaboration with OAMC. Study more clothes. Look more into brands that are less talked about. These shoes retail $280. I got them for $60 because no one knew about these. I wanted these in the off-white color, but I couldn't get those at the time, so I just got it in gray. These days, I don't really love how it looks on foot, but I got it cheap, and it's a really sturdy, like, well-made shoe. It does hurt when you wear it for, like, extended periods of time, but it's just, like, a really nice shoe. Like, it's a very, very well-made piece of clothing, and you gotta appreciate that. The other collab I got between OAMC and Adidas, whereas I just showed you the Type 01s, these are the Type 05s. What do I even say? What do I even say? Elegant, sporty, futuristic, could be a running shoe, could be a museum piece. Look at it. Look! Are we kidding me? Just look at the detail. Look at the detail. Look at the detail. I got these for like $60 something. Brand new. These retail $300. Life is just so beautiful sometimes. Look into clothes that are not popular. You're gonna find something. If you're into clothes as a hobby, you're gonna find things that are cool and not talked about, dude. The last shoe I want to show you is a blessing and a curse. I found out about this shoe in 2019 and I've wanted it ever since. And although I have it in my closet, I still want it. And let me tell you why. This is a collaboration between Adidas and Raf Simons that is not extremely, but pretty rare. Not rare because it's extremely sought after, but rare because I feel like no one talked about these shoes and no one cared, but these are some of the most beautiful shoes I've ever seen in my life. The only thing is I would definitely paint this bottom blue, but even as red, it's very striking. It works. I got these for $90. Like, I got these for under $100, like 90 something dollars brand new. The problem is they're a size 4. Now, I bought this because I was thinking some generous stranger out there would trade me my size. It doesn't even have to be a full trade. It could be a discount. I did have something lined up, which is why I bought it. But then the guy said, actually, I need money. Sorry. So I'm kind of stuck with these. These are beautiful to look at, but I like to wear my shoes. No, I don't. But I do. I'm still holding out the hope that I can trade these for my size. If not, I'll just take these to 2nd Street and I'll try to get some cash out of them. I talked a big game in 2022. I talked about how I was going to post a lot more often than I did. Truth is, I'm starting to think that I might be a bit of an undisciplined, maybe even lazy individual. I do love doing this, so I'm going to try to do it more often. I wasn't sure how to incorporate fashion, which is one of my biggest interests, into my channel, so I was like, okay, let me just show you everything I own. Why not? I got like 5 video ideas. I'm gonna put more effort into acting on an idea when I get it and not being like, oh, that's a cool idea. Let me not do anything about it for 2 months. Thank you for watching, my darlings. Hope everyone's doing okay. Hope everyone has a great 2024. This is your year. This is your year, and I'm not just saying that. I wish you much prosperity, much laughter, and at least 3 pregnancy scares this year. That includes men too. I'll find a way to make that scientifically viable. Thank you for watching. You could have watched any video, but you chose this one. So thank you, although that does say a lot about your judgment as a human being. I should really stop like insulting the people that are taking the time out to watch these videos, I think. Bye.